everyone, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes video, because what else do we play on this channel but Fire Emblem, War Robots, and Minecraft, which, speaking of, it's been a while since I played Minecraft, actually. Should probably get back to that. We were kind of in the middle of a survival world, and I kind of started doing my own thing in this survival world, and then I just kind of stopped recording it altogether. It's gonna blow your guys' mind if we ever end up getting back to that world when you see what all I have done in it. That is, if we ever do get back to it, which I wouldn't say is highly likely. I don't know. I think I'm gonna mess around with it, because I'm going on a recording binge right now. Because, like, my mood is high. I've been talking with some of my fans. Unfortunately, not you guys fans, but fans for another, like, Facebook page that I run. It's a really cool page. Would totally advertise it, except it's a 18+ page, and so I don't want to get in trouble for that. Anyways, back to the point. We're here with some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and as you guys can see, we've got another new mini Tempest Trials going, and I've actually got quite a few of the bonus units. In fact, I've technically got Marisa as well, which I was planning on leveling up her a little bit in the new Tempest Trial, but then I decided, let's just work on getting as many points accumulated as possible. And speaking of, not really speaking of anything, but looking at this guy. Oh, I remember now. I was going to teach you some skills. So I don't know if I have talked about it. Yeah, he was refusing to do anything for me. But I actually have a particular build which I am planning to do for my New Year's Corrin. And as you guys can see, I've got close counter on him. I didn't just slaughter Takumi, don't worry guys. Well, technically speaking, yes, I did slaughter Takumi, but my Takumi had a negative attack stat modifier, and, well, that's garbage. I don't care how great Takumi is, it's inexcusable, it's trash. So, yeah, I fed Takumi to Corrin, which is kind of ironic when you think about it, but once again, I don't care. I'm a monster. So now I've got Corrin, which I am working on building, which you guys can see. I did not mean to hit that one. Fuck me. Equip skills. Thank you. Okay, it's all equipped now. Jesus Christ. Anyways, the build I am planning on for him, I am going to eventually 5-star a Setsuna, so that way I can kill Setsuna and give her Assassin Bow to Corrin, because the Assassin Bow has a built-in Distant Defense 3, paired with Close Defense 3 as his Sacred Seal, and then Close Counter for his A skill, and for his B skill, I'm kind of between Vantage and Quick Riposte. I might try to mess around with them both a little bit just to see, and then most likely Ignis for his special. And he actually makes for a pretty solid all-around defender. Whenever he's actually defending, he has, like, if I remember right, he has like a 43 defense when defending, and then like somewhere in the mid-30s is where his resistance is at. He's a pretty good unit for just, you know, in general defending. And while we're messing around with this totally wasn't my original plan. Okay, yeah, so I can't do anything about that at the moment. Is there anything else that I want to work on? At this given time, no, we look good. We look fine. I need some more of those. Because, yeah, especially once I 5-star Setsuna, that's gonna be pretty pathetic looking. We got greens going. Okay, anyway. Let's go back to this, do that. And so for the most part, I just want to burn through all of my stamina on camera right now and just see what happens. So far, nothing special, of course, but then again, we are literally just starting. I don't know what I was expecting, but anyway. just let me act, thank you. Just gonna be boring about it. Maybe I should turn on animation so that way it's fun to watch. No, it's not turn on animation. I don't want to let this go on too long. I had to clear like a bunch of my storage out on my phone because I was looking at Mobiles and it only projected that I could save like a minute of a video, which obviously is not ideal, to say the least. But, yeah, so now I've got a projected 27 minutes, which should be plenty enough, I hope. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I do not predict it going well. So let's kill you. Just let me go, please. Thank you. Let's go. The other thing that sucks, I've watched the recordings, like editing them and stuff, and I've seen it really is, like, it looks like it's so slow on the video, but the thing is, as I'm playing it, my Bison actually lags my phone at the same time. I think it's got something to do with, like, maintaining the quality or whatever of the actual recording, but it lags everything on my phone, and so then I'm watching the recording and I can see that I'm moving, like, super slow on the recording, like, I have no idea what I'm doing or something. Which, in all fairness, I really don't have any idea, but you get the point. Okay, what am I saying? I know exactly what I'm doing. I am the king of Fire Emblem Heroes. Well, maybe that's what I should do. I should set up an arena team and go and do some arena battles. That would be fun. I'd hope it'd be fun anyway. I don't see why I'd be doing it otherwise. So, kill you. Kill you. I think after I'm done, man, suddenly I want to play Minecraft. Like, I actually haven't even played Minecraft in a while. I reinstalled Terraria on my phone, and so that's been my new addiction, and... Well, I could actually play Terraria for you guys, because I know I haven't done that yet. Let's see, what's a good way to set you up? I think we will do this. Let's set you right there, you right there. Keep you right there. Anyways, what was I saying? I was saying something. Then I got off pace. Oh yeah, that's right. I got Terraria on my phone. Again, I should say, because I've had it on my phone before. I've just never recorded it in the past. But I've got Terraria on my phone, and I think it'd be nice to try playing it with you guys. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air, I guess. It's up to you guys if you want to see it or not. It really is a fun game. Like, when you first start playing it, it feels like a cheap knockoff of Minecraft, except there's actually so much to it, it's ridiculous. Like, that's the disadvantage Minecraft has to Terraria. Terraria is a two-dimensional side-scroller, it's like an arcade-style game. So, because the game itself is, like, so simple in its mechanic, I guess you could call it, and, like, just the world is so much more simple in its overall design and such, that means that they can add, like, 10 times the content, because Minecraft is an infinitely expansive 3D world, which means that at the same time as they have all of the extra functions that they put in the game, they can't run like having multiple different types of entities and such, so they've got to restrict what's actually available in the game a little bit more, so that way it's actually possible to play the thing. But then Terraria has it's a pretty big world. On my phone, at least, it does have a limit, but it takes you a while to get to those limits. Like, you don't just play the game and then hurry up and see how far you can get or whatever. Like, it does take you a bit to get to the edge of the world, but the thing is because it does have that restriction, that visible restriction to what's there and what isn't there, it means that they can just throw in whatever the hell they want, and it results in some pretty impressive stuff. Usually, at least. Like, they have a much more... Oh, you are gonna die. Fuck, I was not thinking, I was talking. Anyway, so they've got like a more advanced crafting simple, or I wouldn't say advanced, they've got a more, what even would be the word for it? I guess it's a more in-depth. Words fail me. I get it. I can't even think of the way to describe it. Like it's. Oh, Fjorm, no. I feel stupid now as this. The words are just failing me, but just like there's much more to it than what there is to Minecraft. There's like multiple different types of workbench, and you have to have like a separate forge to melt down your ores, and and then after you melt down your ores, you've got to make an anvil in order to start making weapons and armor. Just there's so much more to it, and like it makes the game more difficult, but at the same time, is difficult really a problem? And it's not even necessarily difficult either, it's just tedious. And like that's a disadvantage of Terraria, as it's harder to come across ores and things like that because of the way that the world generates and stuff compared to Minecraft. Strip mining isn't really a thing that you can do very effectively in Terraria the majority of the time. At least in my experience, it really doesn't seem to be a option. But strategy. What was I saying? I was saying something. Something important. Oh yeah, that's right, I was talking about Terraria. See, I'm bad at this whole commentary thing. I can't focus on the game and what I'm trying to say at the same time. It ends awful every single time, but I continue to do it! Fuck, see, I've already forgotten what I was trying to say before. It was something it was something remotely intelligent, I can promise you that much. Okay, listen, you dumb bitch. Put you right there, put you right there, put you right there. You can just sit right there. Terraria, the way that the world generates, it's not necessarily difficult, it's tedious, and just, it's much more accomplishing, I guess you could say, whenever you do get the stuff. Like in Minecraft, sure, whenever you're doing a vanilla playthrough and like you're just starting out, like finding those first diamonds is, you know, a big deal, but then honestly, after you get to the diamond, what is left to do? I mean, yeah, you've got like the Wither boss and you got the Ender Dragon, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it really doesn't feel like it's anything too accomplishing to do after a certain point, especially. It's like once you get to that certain point, like basically for me, it's once you get diamonds and once you get to the Nether, like it's not even getting to the end for me because there's literally nothing in the end but the Ender Dragon. Like once you get to the Nether, that's pretty much it. But like once you get diamond and then once you're in the Nether, it's pretty much just a game. But then in Terraria, there's so much more to it that just there's so much more interaction with the world and so forth that it's tough to explain. Like you play the game, you'd understand what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to play a game and at the same time explain a game, which as I just finished stating, I am not very good at. You guys can see I'm not very good at it presently, but yeah, words and stuff. I'm very good at what I do, guys. That was a random thought just came to my mind. Very random, actually, but I've been thinking about setting up a PayPal or something. I don't expect that I'll be making very much off it at first, But I mean, I'm not going to be getting to 10,000 views on my channel anytime soon, and then even whenever I do get there eventually, it's not going to do me any good considering I won't likely have more than, I project at best 50 subscribers, so even though I can start monetizing videos, let's be honest, nobody watches the ads on YouTube videos. So I really would not be making very much money off of YouTube, off of the just YouTube by itself. So I was thinking I'd just go ahead and set up a PayPal for my channel now, because I do have a lot of big things that I've got planned for the channel. It's just a matter of getting there, pretty much. And getting there is the hard part. And like that's a promise as well that I made to myself, is I would keep everything will be done separately. Like any money I make off of YouTube and like what I do on YouTube will be specifically for YouTube. I won't use that money anywhere else, and at the same time, I'm not going to spend any of my personal money that I earn at like a actual job. I won't spend any of my, how do I put this without saying, I won't spend any money that I make working IRL on my channel unless I just actually have a few bucks to spare. And at the same time, money I make off the channel will directly contribute to the channel to overall improve the quality of my videos and so forth. Like, I'm pretty sure I shared this, but like before my new 3DS got stolen, I was actually planning on saving up to get a Katsu Kitty screen recorder, which is actually almost, if not more expensive than the 3DS itself, but it's a super high quality screen recorder for the new Nintendo 3DS system. And so, you know, it's like, it's the best on the market pretty much. I don't really gotta get into detail about that. And I had like nearly 50 DS and 3DS games, excluding stuff that I had off the eShop, that I could have been able to play, and I guarantee that if I could have been recording stuff on my 3DS, because I love the DS family of systems from Nintendo, has got to be my favorite video game systems of all time. Like, no comparison. They've got, like, no gaming system has gotten more playtime from me than the DS systems from Nintendo, because they're just that amazing. Kind of an opinionated thing, I guess, but they are the best. And so if I could have, broken record here saying it, but it doesn't make a difference now either. But for now, I do have another new 3DS that got replaced as a sort of Christmas present. But, ooh, you're making this tough on me. Doesn't really do me any goody. Gotta think strategy.
What's next? Yes.
Haha, strategy. Anyway. And that's still a thing I plan on doing. I'm gonna save up as much money as I can. You guys didn't do jack shit like you were supposed to right there. But I'm still planning on saving up money so that way I can get that Katsu Kitty. Because that is a thing that I want to do, is to be able to start recording stuff on my 3DS, because, like I said, overall, like, my collection will never be the same as it used to be. There's a lot of those games, like, I went to GameStops and stuff to see if maybe the guy who stole my games from me maybe went to a GameStop to sell them or something. I ended up not finding anything, but like whenever I turned in the list of the missing games, the people at all of the Game Stops I went to, they didn't recognize. Oh, that makes me sad. Makes me sad every time. But the guy, none of them, literally none of them even knew what games some of them were. Like they'd never heard of them before, just because they're that old. And, well, relatively lesser known as well, which also probably didn't help out much.
What's
For
next?
my sake. Let's do that. So yeah, my collection will never be the same, but I am planning on rebuilding it. I am slowly rebuilding it. I haven't actually gotten any of my old games replaced yet, but I have gotten several new games, which I believe I shared on the page. Like, I've got Monster Hunter Stories, I got Fire Emblem Warriors. They're both really good games, to be fair, but it's nowhere near, like, the other 50 games that got stolen from me, and the worst part about that was just the sheer amount of time that was put into those games, and I don't even know how we ended up on this tangent, but I don't even know what I was originally planning to talk about, I'm gonna be honest. Just kind of went off on a tangent, just, oh, poor me. I'm gonna do... I did promise to do some more of this. Let me check to see time real quick. Okay, had some notifications on the bar that don't need to be shared with you guys, so I'll just cut out that little bit where I was checking the time, but, we've been going for about 20 minutes now. Probably go for about 5 minutes longer, give or take, so I'll just do a little bit of training tower if I can get a decent damn thank you. Just do a little bit of training towers. I need to level these guys up. Let's see. Leave you right here. Marisa, I made a post about it. She's so pretty. Just look at her. I've never really thought I could be fond of pink hair, but well, just her art in general is awesome. Anyway, moving on from that. I'm just gonna do a little bit of training towers. I gotta level up some people. Because these guys, Marisa is a bonus unit, so I want to try to get her up to 40. I'm considering 5-starring her, just because, you know, she's so pretty. It's literally all of it. I kind of want to 5-star her, so that way I can get her up to level 40, and put her on my Tempest Trials team, so that way I can have a team of 3 bonus units, and I don't think I've ever had that many bonus units on a Tempest trial before, so that would be impressive. For certain. But I mean, we'll just see what happens in that regard. Let's move you up, move you up. Oh, you have rally speed, that's fun. Put you right there. I don't want to play games, let's just kill you. I'm not getting good levels, apparently. I did have plans to show off the GitHub thing that I've posted about on my page before as well. And suddenly I'm just quiet. I've got nothing left to talk about anymore. But let's see, switch you guys around. I think that'll work. Yeah, let's do that. I was gonna do a couple of builds on GitHub. I might still end up doing them anyway. I'll just, once I finish up here, I'll go and record over there and show off how it works and stuff, and just have a little bit of fun myself. There I go, already trailing off. I was kind of hoping that possibly I'd be able to do a summon from the new banner, but I don't think I'm going to be making that many orbs by the time we're done here. Which is sad, but it is fine. I will not cry. I'm a big, strong boy. Who are you paired with, anyway? Soleil, that's right. So I was planning on running them on an infantry emblem, quote-unquote, team together. Soleil is another one of those units that's terrifying. I'm working on building her as well, and a neutral attack Soleil before any merges, the build I'm working on for her right now will put her at 61 attack, which is just absolutely insane. But anyway, I think that's good for this video. Didn't get quite as much done as I was planning for. I ended up just kind of talking and ranting more than I was planning to, but whatever. I guess in the end it was still something. Hopefully it wasn't entirely painful for you guys to watch, other than, you know, watching me put close counter on Korin, but I promise you, last unit I would sacrifice is Takumi, but he was minus attack, and I already maxed him out, so I had his 40 conversation already saved, so it went to a good cause. I promise you guys, it went to a good cause. How do you not have any skills? I know... Seriously? I guess she seriously doesn't have any skills. Okay. Anyway, I have 2 Berkuts. My mind is just getting blown today all of a sudden. Now I'm trying to close, all the fun stuff is happening. Anyways, I'm gonna go off topic again because I saw the name of my summoner up there at the top. I forgot to share this on my, whatchamacallit, on the page and on my Twitter, but I updated, I'm not sure how many of you guys follow my fanfiction, but I finally updated Fire Emblem World Class Summoners. It's on Wattpad presently, but I'm working on, like, literally as soon as I turn this off, I'm gonna do that right away, because I can just do it on my phone real fast. I'm going to also be moving it onto fanfiction.net, so that will be a thing. So whichever one you prefer to use, if you prefer to use neither, then you just fucking suck. But whichever one you prefer to use, I do suggest you look up Fire Emblem World Class Summoners. It'll be written by Xerxes the Paradox, who else? And it's a good read. I've actually had a friend who has been kicking my ass to update it, and so, to say the least, she was happy when I finally got technically chapter 1 up, because I do prologues and stuff. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next video, which may or may not be uploaded sometime soon after this one.